Hello everyone, my name is Elmar and I am going to discuss with you propositional knowledge and justified to believe. Okay, our central question, what is it for someone to have propositional knowledge? Before answering to this question, let's remember what propositional knowledge is. Propositional knowledge is knowledge of true facts or true propositions. Considering this definition, we can formulate our central question in this way. What is it for a subject? S to know that P, where P is some proposition. For example, what is it for me to know that the sky is blue? How can I answer to this question? In order to answer to this question, we can distinguish several conditions or definitions according to which we can clarify the content of propositional knowledge. Okay, our first definition can be stated in this way. S knows that P if S believes that P. Is this definition sufficient for knowing something? How can we answer to this question? Let's suppose that someone, a child, believes that 2 plus 5 equals to 10 instead of 7. It is obviously a false belief because it is incompatible with the mathematical proposition. I mean here to mathematical proposition. Therefore, we can conclude that if D1 were true, then someone, including the child, who believed a false proposition would know it. Therefore, we should remember, believing something is not sufficient for knowing it. In order to clarify the content of propositional knowledge, we can move to our second definition. Our second definition, S knows that P, if S believes that P, it's our first condition, and P is true, it's our second condition. And we can repeat our previous question in this context too. Is D2 sufficient for knowing? How can we answer to this question? Let's suppose that someone who is extremely pessimist believes that something bad will happen to him in the future. And there is no reason or evidence for believing this fact, this bad event, okay? And every day he formulates such belief, and let's suppose that one day something will happen to him. He can have a terrible bus accident and he can lose his life. Can we say in this situation that he knows that this event will happen in the future? Obviously, we cannot, because if this situation realizes in the future, it can be realized only by chance. Therefore, we can conclude that if the two were true, then someone, including this pessimist person, whose belief in the existence of something accidentally became true, would know of the existence of that thing. Okay? Therefore, we should remember, believing something is not sufficient for knowing it, even if that belief is true. And how can we clarify the content of propositional knowledge? In order to answer to this question, we can move to our next definition, our third definition. S knows that P. If S believes that P, it's our first condition, and P is true, it's our second condition, and P is epistemically justified for S, it's our third condition. And again, the same questions. Is this sufficient for knowing it? Or is this sufficient for knowledge? How can we answer to this question? In short, no, it is not sufficient. But in many cases, many agree that knowledge requires epistemically justified true belief. Therefore, we should analyze what does it mean to epistemically justify our true belief. That's all for today. And if you have got any questions, you can address your questions in the section of comments. I'll be very glad to answer them. Thank you for watching.